Okay. Yeah, I'm out at the, as you can see, I'm out at the big dried up swamp here now. A lot of times I'll fly my drone from here. Yeah, it's still getting some blue, but it's mostly cloudy. Wow. Yeah, this is a big open area here. This used to be filled with water back in the day, and I was here when it was filled with water. And when I came in on this trail, I used to come in here, I didn't know how to get to Little Quirk Lake because this was filled with water. And of course I can't walk through the swamp. You know, it's a pretty big swamp. But eventually I figured it out. Nobody could tell me, that's funny. I even went into the trading post, asked them in there, and they know the area really well. Didn't know how to get there. I had to figure it out myself. And then once I figured it out, it was easy. But of course, like I said, this swamp is almost always dry now. I think they blew up the beaver dam, and the beavers never built it back, so it stays dry in here. Yeah. Oh yeah, another thing I wanted to mention, talk about rants. This thing about gender that's going around in the world these days. I mean, gender. Well, of course, a guy my age, when I was growing up, there was only men and women. And actually that's the way it's supposed to be. That's the way nature intended it. But having said that, I do think that everyone, no matter what they are, no matter what nationality or sexuality or whatever, deserves respect. And I respect everyone. You know, I don't hold anything against anyone. What I do have a problem with is the media and the government trying to normalize things like this, you know. It's one thing, like if someone has, let's say, a disease like Down syndrome, let's say, or they have polio, or they some visible disease, you should of course treat them with respect. You know, it's not their fault they have a disease, but you can't go to the public and say, well, Down syndrome or polio is normal for human beings. It's not. Don't be ridiculous. Don't let them brainwash you with this stuff. It is not normal. But at the same time, I say treat everyone with respect, no matter nationality or disability or sexuality. Everyone gets treated with respect. But do not normalize things like gay or you know, there's so many different kinds of sexualities. Every time I look at the news, there's another version of sexuality coming out. You know, they have to explain to you what it is because nobody knows. These things are not that wasn't the way it was meant to be, obviously. Because if everybody was gay in the world, there would be no procreation. There'll be no. We wouldn't be able to keep up our species because everybody would die off, and that would be it. It's not normal. It's abnormal. But then again, like I say, everybody should be treated with respect no matter what. And that's the way I do it until they prove to me they don't deserve respect. And then, you know what I do? I never say a word, not a single word to them again. If they say hi, I just keep on walking. That's what I do when someone proves to me that they're not worth anything. Other than that, like I worked, when I was in my working world, I worked with people from all over the world. Every place in the world, I worked with all of them. And for the most part, you know, they're like everybody else. There's, you know, people that are not that good, and there's people that are really good people, you know. So that's the way I treat people. I treat them with respect until they prove otherwise. And never, never, ever be brainwashed into normalizing things that aren't normal. Having an illness is not normal. Don't tell me it is normal. I mean, this is just the kind of brainwashing conditioning that the media and the government is using against you. I've known people, one of the best friends of our family was gay. And he was the nicest guy you'd ever want to meet. So, you know, I don't have anything against people that are different sexualities, but just don't tell me, or don't put it out in the social world that it's normal. Normalizing it, that's a big mistake. Like I said, lots of people are born with illnesses, and you're not going to normalize that. You're not going to say someone with an illness is normal. They'd never say that. He's disabled, that's what they would say. So that's the way I look at all these in-between sexualities coming out now. There's so much brainwashing. People are so stupid, you know, following along with everything that's told to them. That's what annoys me the most. You have a mind of your own. Think for yourself. But some people can't. Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, we're still getting some nice sunshine. I didn't expect that, so I'm lucky to get that. Anyways, this video is kind of long, so let's shut that off now.